I think the number one thing is it's saving on paperwork. It's so much simpler. It declutters my bank statements, as we've been about that long. It's all automatic. It saves me having to do so many forms, which have to get sent off, and then there's more details to add. And it's automatic. It helps with the cash flow. I get the gift aid back on the gifts by the middle of the month rather than perhaps a couple of months later. So really good.
How has the adoption of the Parish Giving Scheme made a difference to the levels of giving and generosity here at St John's?
I think it's difficult to say how much has happened from just the Parish Giving Scheme. I think you have to have a focus on giving. You have to keep it in people's attention, as sort of a drip feed all the time. We certainly did look at our giving because it had gone down after COVID and losing several members. But as a result of a sort of general campaign, giving has now gone back up again. And certainly there is a difference in that we started the scheme at the end of 2023, started 24 with about 19% of our total planned giving coming through Parish Giving Scheme, and it's now at 56%. So it's certainly going to have an impact longer term, and already this year we've got more who've joined.
Was it part of your thinking, though, when you looked at adopting it as a system for you here? Was it part of your thinking that it might encourage that better giving or more
Absolutely.
giving?
I think I work very much in conjunction with the Stewardship Secretary, and I think we realised we needed to look quite systematically at giving and how we improved it and brought it to people's attention. We also had a giving group or a finance group, and and I think bringing on board as many people as we could.
So what support from the giving and funding team did you value most?
I think it was having a person who I could email or often pick up the phone to. I think that was key with all the little questions that would come up. And I think having good materials were good for me. So for me, at the time, we had the diocese introduced ways to give, and that meant it was pretty quick to come through and see the Parish Giving Scheme as a way of giving. And I think you just want a tool to use. We have different congregations, and I think they respond to things differently. So having a range of materials was great.